Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to What He Said with Kevin Walker. Of course, I am Kevin Walker. I'm in a different location tonight. I'm in the same place, but just a different location in my house. So the very first podcast I did it from where I am right now. So it's a lot going on, man. A lot going on right now. 2 weeks ago, I buried a longtime childhood friend, Jones High School graduate, Jones High School standout football player, Aaron Gray. We buried my man, A. Gray, 2 weeks ago. It'd be 3 weeks, I think. It'd be 2 weeks Saturday. 2 weeks Saturday. We buried A. Gray, man. Good dude, great dude. Did a lot of good, love the kids. Just been a lot, man. So this past Sunday, because I referee, I'm officiating games, and I got about 10 to 15 missed text messages. Everybody blowing me up. Man, you heard about Monroe? No, I haven't heard about Monroe. I've been officiating. Gary Monroe, again, I knew Gary Monroe from back when he was at Yates. We wasn't really cool back then, but, I knew him. Then Monroe started doing Little League, and we got closer. We got cool when he needed help. And he talks about how much I helped him when he would need help with equipment and different things, because I had a very solid foundation around me. When we would upgrade stuff, we'd sell stuff to him that he needed, that we were being blessed in abundance with. This brother gone, man. So it's a lot. So this Friday, Cinco de Mayo, is my baby girl, Jade Walker, who I lost on August the 12th of 2018. It's my baby's birthday. She would have been 30 years old had Jade still been here. She would have made 30 years old. She was brutally murdered here in the streets of Houston, over in the Hiram Clark area. But hey, at the end of the day, hey, God is still in control. I tell myself that all the time. What I really try and feed myself from losing my daughter, the way we lost my baby, is that God doesn't make mistakes. God removed Jade so that Tatum, her daughter, could have more of what God felt like she needed on a day-to-day basis with her father, Jason. I've talked about Jason several times here, man. Like, great dude, has been a great father, just totally all around good people. What's up, Big Ben? I see everybody jumping in. Hey, Ben. Hey, Trisha. What's up, Lil Fifi? Nicole. What's up, Nikki Rogers? What's up, Chris Reedy? Yeah, man. So my baby's birthday is Friday. So this is actually a shirt that they made for her when they had like the balloon release. They gave everybody these green shirts they made. So of course I still got mine. So we're going to talk about some things tonight. Let me give y'all this information. Hey, look, I need everybody in the house. Lazarus, talking to you, Terrence Woodard, Big Ben. Say, man, you got to get out that wheelchair and come on. May 31st at Vibes Lounge. Nissa wanted to do something special at her place. I agreed to it. We're going to do a live podcast that night. We're going to do a live podcast that night. My first live podcast. We're going to be interactive. We're going to have people come jumping in on the camera. May 31st, we're going to have people, topics ready to roll. We're going to take random topics in the moment to talk about to the audience. May 31st It's going to start at its normal time, 8 p.m. at Vibe Lounge. Vibes Lounge is at 12805 Cullen Boulevard. 12805 Cullen Boulevard, Vibe Lounge. The owner is Anissa Jackson. They call her AJ. Or whatever, however you want to. Either one, she'll take either one. So, yeah, we're doing that May 31st. That's a Wednesday night. It's going to start at 8 p.m. Not only will I be there, my man Cliff, too, and his wife Penny will be in the building doing live comedy, guys. So it's going to be a really good evening, man. Come out. Even if you can't stay all night, just stick your head in the door. Stick your head in the door, man, to show some support. Stick your head in the door to show some support. Hey, we all getting older. We all got other stuff going on. I get it. But come support your boy. May 31st. That's my first one. I need y'all to come on out, Nikki, Gina, Gardner Simpson. Oh, my God. Whew. Hey, Gina. So, look. I got some good stuff tonight. We're going to talk about relationship goals and red flags in relationship goals. We discussed red flags a long time ago, but we discussed it from the perspective of red flags dealing with people. Tonight, we're going to talk about red flags dealing with relationships. So what is a red flag in a relationship? We'll discuss that. We also going to talk about, so when y'all leave their phone at home or forget their phone or just outside cutting the yard and don't have their phone, why are y'all going through their phone? So what are you looking for when you go through somebody's phone? Because I feel like if you're going through a phone, you're looking for heartbreak. First off, if you're going through a phone, you already know there's some misery going on. You must not be happy to be snooping going through people's shit. And I'll tell you what the violation is, number one, first and foremost, about going through somebody's phone. Because of everything that's going on, we just talked about my man Aaron Gray passing away, along with Gary Monroe passing away. I got a question for all of y'all. What will your obituary say? And we'll talk about that. We'll talk about legacy, because that's basically what that is. We'll talk about legacy. We'll talk about, what's up, Lemuel? We'll talk about legacy. We'll discuss legacy. And what will your legacy say about you? What will your works in life say about you as a person, amongst your constituents, amongst your peers, amongst your friends, amongst your family? What will they have to say about you? But we're going to start back up here at what are you looking for? Tell me what you're looking for when you go through somebody's phone, because I'm clueless. What are you looking for? Because number one, let me say this. If you're going through somebody's phone, you clearly are already in a state of unhappiness, because if you were happy, if you were comfortable, if you were trusting in the moment, in the situation with that individual, you wouldn't be going through that phone at all, period. Lemuel asked, is Vibes a cigar spot? You can smoke cigars there. They have like an area outside in the front. But let me get back on topic. What are you looking for when you go through somebody's phone? Trisha says, I've never did that and don't want it done to me. Yeah. So when you go through somebody's phone, here's the problem with going through someone's phone. Problem number one with going through a phone is that what you're doing is exposing yourself. And I'll use myself as an example. So I'm a big brother, but really a cousin, but I'm a big brother to my cousin Nicole. So if Nicole is going through something and she can't get to me to talk about it, or something going on at work, something going on relationship wise, and she texts me that information, and you go through my phone and read her personal business, she wasn't sharing that personal business with you. She was sharing it with her family. So number one, not only have you just violated her personal rights, her personal business, you violated me by going through my phone. Let's see what Latonya Rice got to say. No need for that. If you have a mutual respect for each other, eventually you will get the what? You will get the information, or you will get what? Keep your phone locked. I don't have a lock on my phone, Felicia. I don't. Kim says, you're going to get what you're looking for when you do that. Yeah, I agree. Big Ben says, I don't go through phones. Never been my thing. No, that's good, Ben. Man, hey, look. Tara says, when I was younger, my ass stayed in trouble because my ass stayed getting caught. Big dummy. Never locked my shit. Well, I don't have a lock on my phone. I don't have a code on my phone. Like, first off, I don't have nothing to hide at 54 years old. Now let me be honest. Have I had things to hide in the past? Yeah, you're damn right I have. But now at this age, like, I ain't hiding nothing. I ain't lying to nobody. I'm being totally honest, open, and upfront about where I am and what I've got going on as a person. Like, there was no reason to snoop through nobody else's phone. First off, let me be clear. Your ass is not being held hostage in this friendship, relationship, companionship, whatever we have going on. You're not being held hostage. So you don't have to sneak and have a boo or have another dude, because at any time you want to go do what you want to go do it. You ain't even gotta say, hey, Kev, I think, no, just go do you. And I'm being totally honest. Just go do you. So Tara said, I don't have those problems now. That's good, Tara. I'm glad you don't have those problems now. The information will come. No, I agree. The information will come. Yeah, it will come to you without looking for it. That's an insecurity problem, says Nicole Rogers. My man Jermaine said, Mama said, if you go looking for drama, my mama said it too. If you go get your ass off here with that life partner shit. You got to live in, brother. You got to live in. Ain't no life partner. You got to live in. If Jermaine said, Mama said, if you go looking for drama, you will find it. Respect each other's phone. Yeah, I agree. Respect that. Chris Reedy said, as quiet as you are going through my phone, that's how quiet you better be crying when you find what you're looking for. Yeah, no, I agree. I totally agree, man. Like, if you go looking through somebody's phone, yeah, you're going to find info. Now, let me say this, and let me be clear. If your ass is going through a divorce, go ahead and go through the phone to find some information to give to your attorney to keep you from having to pay any palimony. If you can prove what they can prove about you, you may be able to convince them through your attorney to say, hey, look, you just walk away and you just walk away. We're not going to sling mud over there if you don't sling none of us. But if you ain't going to fight fair, then we got this info we going to use. Now, that's when you should be going through the phone, when it's a divorce coming down the pike. You know, hey, look, if we're going to fight fair, let's fight fair. If we ain't going to fight fair, then, you know, it is what it is. Chris Reedy said, I ain't never went through nobody's phone in my life. Done deal done. What's up, buddy? Don says, with or without locks or passwords, what's going to be done will be done. Yeah, no, it is. It is. It's a waste of brain cells. I agree. I totally agree with that. So like, you know, my issue with it, honestly, more than anything else, is the invasion of not your mate's privacy or somebody you consider a mate. It's the invasion of privacy of the other individuals that have texted over their information. So let me give y'all a scenario or a situation that happened. I don't know. I think it was maybe Saturday or Sunday. So I was on the phone. I was at home by myself. Kim came by. Kim was at the door. I was on the phone with Nicole, with my cousin. who's like my baby sister, been my baby sister forever. And she was telling me about something that was happening at work. She was beginning the story. I had missed her phone call, so I called her back because I had been officiating all day, and she was giving me the 411. And so when I opened the door, I didn't know who it was at the door because I didn't check the camera, but I opened the door and it was Kim. I was like, oh, Kim finna come in. And she was like, oh, no, that's cool. I'm good. But I wanted her to know, because she was on speakerphone, that before you continue on telling me that somebody's about to walk in the house, and, just out of respect for not sharing somebody else's personal business with a third party, that's why I let her know, hey, Kim's walking in the house. I mean, I think that's the appropriate thing to do. That's not walking out, getting in your car, walking out to leave, and somebody's in the car with you, and you got somebody on the car phone, on the speakerphone or whatever, and they can hear all the info, and you sitting there like laughing, like, you ever seen? Nah, that ain't cool. That ain't cool. Be respectful. Give people the same respect about their personal business that you would want with your personal business. Respect people's privacy. So Chris Reedy said, man, when I get married, I'm changing my number. Yeah, you better. LaTanya Rice said, it shows a lack of understanding, respect, and integrity. No, I agree, LaTanya. You're absolutely correct. Leanna Parks, Chris Reedy, me too. So all y'all looking for husbands? Big Ben said, I want you to go through my phone so you can find nothing. Okay, you talking to, I ain't gonna be messy right now. So let's move on. Let's talk about relationship goals, everybody. Let's talk about red flags. First, let's talk about relationship goals. So ladies, since y'all are here, mostly Big Ben, we got a couple of fellas, my man Done Deal Done on here. What do you look for? What's a goal? How do you set goals in relationships? Me and my coworker was talking about that one day last week. We talked about, because he's been with his wife since they were 13 years old. How do you set goals in relationships? Going into the relationship, what should the goal be going in? What's your number one red flag about the relationship once you're in it? And I'll start because I'm the host. I'll start. My number one thing about getting married again, that form of a relationship, my number one thing is fear. Is fear. My number one thing about getting married again is fear. For those of you who don't know, I was married for 22 years. I was married for 22 years to a wonderful lady, my boy's mom. Hey, look, we didn't work out. It just didn't work out. I ain't gonna kill her. She ain't gonna kill me. We ain't gonna kill ourselves. It didn't work out. We moved on. She moved on. I moved on. Hey, now we can have cordial conversations. But my thing is fear. Primarily, my fear is based on what I experienced in marriage, compounded by other people, females I know that are married. I know their husbands. I don't know them per se as being my homeboy, but I know they're married. I know they have husbands. And I know what they do outside the bounds of their marriage. Then watch this. I got women who say to me all the time, women are quick to say, oh, well, that's hard because I wouldn't do that and I wouldn't cheat and I wouldn't. So is withholding information about you communicating. So if you're, okay, so let's say me and Chris Reedy are dating. We're exclusive. Me and Chris Reedy, hypothetically speaking. So Is Chris Reedy breaking rules by not telling me that she's still communicating with her ex? Is that breaking rules? Or is it okay for her to have open dialogue and conversation with somebody she had open, I'm pretty sure, unprotected sex with as an ex-mate? And I don't want to hear nothing about they just dated for 6 months or they just cool. No, because when you open up Pandora's box, you open up opportunities for things to happen. Look, let me tell you something. Women shoot the bullshit about guys they work with or guys they grew up with and say shit like, oh, well, we just cool. That's just my homeboy. Look, that nigga who you saying is your homeboy really want to smash your guts out. Let me tell you, who you sharing all your personal information with about your current relationship, who when you mad, you confide in about your current relationship. All he doing is learning you. He learning you to earn you. He's learning you to earn you. Sentimentally, he don't give a fuck about what you going through. He don't give a fuck about what that nigga doing to you. All he want to be able to do in the next 3 to 6 to 8 months is slide right up in you. Is it possible? Is it possible to have a friend who's just a friend? Is it possible? Yeah, but here's the thing about being possible. If old buddy is just your friend, or you just his friend, if he got you in the friend zone, old buddy think all you worth is a shot ahead anyway. He think you ugly as hell anyway. So he ain't trying to gal you. But here's my thing about relationship. If you gonna do slick shit, if you gonna do it, hey man, look, you ain't gotta lie, Craig. Just do you and let me do me. I'm cool in Kevin Walker's world. I promise I am. I'm cool in the skin I'm in. I don't need no help with my bills, so you ain't got to move in with me to help me with nothing. I can pay mine. I've been paying them since I've been divorced. 5 years. Look, 5 years I've been divorced, been paying my own bills. So I don't need your finances added to my situation to help me survive. So don't think you coming into my life to do me no financial favors. Because technically, if I truly and really wanted to, I could take care of both of us. I could take care of both of us. But let's be real, in this economy, with the way gas prices are and groceries are, it's always cool to have a second income. It's always cool to have a second income. I'll be real about that. But at the end of the day, I can take care of both of us financially. I do enough. I got enough hustle in me so I can make sure both of us good. And we still can do a couple of vacations a year. I even got you on that. But don't come in my room pissing on the furniture, as my boy Chauncey say. Don't come in my world pissing on my furniture. So let's go back. Let me hit some of these comments. Ma'am, what are you talking about? I am on task. Let's go back to Latanya's Rice comment saying, I've had my number for 22 years with the numbers and names and this and yeah. I would never change my number. Okay. Johnson said, preach. Tarbell said, you have to set boundaries before the marriage. If that's one of them, then yes. Chris Reed said Pandora's box. Yeah, Pandora's box. Tar said, I'll have to say no. I stay waiting for the, hold on. Excuse me. Something was in my eye. She said, I'll have to say no. I'm still waiting for that male friend who's trying to hit. Hasn't happened. I'm lost. You still waiting on that male friend that's trying to hit? It hadn't happened in 53 years of life? Okay, if you say so. I can't debate what you say if you say so. If that's your story, stick to it. But no, so when we talk relationship goals, for me personally, man, I think the biggest thing for me is honesty. The biggest relationship goal for me is honesty, because a lot of times, and I know it happens both ways, even when a female normally come at you with a kind of off the beaten path question, a lot of times we know the answer. A lot of times we know the answer when we ask the question. We just want to know, we just want to see if you're going to be honest. And what hurts more than even having to ask that question is when you look me in my eye with your most sincerest face and lie when you respond. And I already know the answer. We already know the answers. Kim Lewis says, not trying to hit, clean nose. She didn't say that. You know, I'll be reading too fast. Hold on. I have to say no. I'm still waiting. My male friend who's not. She did say hit. HIT. Hasn't happened in 53. She did say hit. Kim, what you talking about? Done deal done. Let's go. First thing. All right, here we go. First thing, never a goal on a relationship. It puts a roof and a stopping point, not allowing to see the basic foundation in a relationship: communication, clarity, and understanding. When things are done wrong or offend, communicate immediately to right there. Have to understand. It's understood what to do and not to have allowing anyone to assume. Okay, so let me go back and read Dunn's comment all the way. First thing, never a goal on a relationship. Not a goal, never a goal on a relationship. You never put a roof on it. There's a stopping point, not allowing them to see the truth and growth and the capabilities of the relationship. For me, myself, I'm needing basic foundation in a relationship: communication, clarity, and understanding. When things are done wrong or offend, or often communicate or offend, I don't get the offend communications. Often communication that immediately, so right then and there, it's understood what to do and not allowing anyone to assume. Now, let me go back to Kim Lewis real quick. Kim, the comment clearly says, ma'am, while you trying to say my glasses, I need to clean my lenses. She said, I'm still waiting for that male friend who's not trying to hit. What are you talking about? It doesn't say hit. It does say hit. Hasn't happened in 53 years of life. Like, am I missing something? You said. Yeah, I said not trying to hit. She waited on that male friend, not trying to hit. I don't get what your point is. At any rate, Yeah, no, Don, that makes all the sense in the world, brother. I appreciate the comment, and I agree with your comment. That's why I say it. For me, it's about honesty. My biggest thing that I would like to see come through in a relationship is everybody being honest in the communication process. Now, here's the problem with the honesty side of it all is that for the most part, women love to blame men for lack of communication. But most women, without being angry in the moment, have no clue how to communicate without getting angry because you voice your opinion about something. Fellas, am I right or wrong? So when you say something, Don, to the negative that she doesn't agree with, all you're trying to do is communicate your interests or your concerns to her. I think it's a rare woman, a rare female who absorbs the information, takes it in, and then reciprocates her positive breakdown back to what you fed into her, what you've tried to pour into her, what you've tried to communicate to her. I think those type women are rare because immediately what normally happens with women, they jump to the defensive. They jump to the defensive. Why they jump to the defensive? I think that's just a defense mechanism is the norm when people don't want to be wrong. Yeah, Tracy said it's very rare you find a woman that don't get defensive. But you want us to communicate. But what you do always hear all the time, yeah, you want the communication, but can you handle the truth when I deliver my communication, my processing, what's on my mind, what's on my heart, when I feed it back to you, can you receive it in a positive manner? To, hey, let's move forward. Let's move forward in the right direction to correct the things that you're not happy with, as well as I'm not happy with. Let's correct those things together instead of you jumping on the defensive to want to punch and fight about it. And I'm not saying physically fight, but, you know, verbally, or maybe somebody walking away from the conversation with an attitude. And normally as men, what we do when a woman give us something and we know we wrong, we normally as men don't have a whole lot of fight, a whole lot of rebuttal. We'll take it in, absorb it, and be like, hey, baby, look, if that's how you feel, if that's what you say, hey, I understand how you feel. And I apologize for that. We quick to apologize as men. I'll make the correction going forward. Nah, don't just walk away like... Then they want to say you blowing them off. No, I just received what you had to give me. I'm taking it in, I've absorbed it, and I'm telling you, I'm going to make the... See, now you want to be an asshole. No, I'm not. How am I being an asshole if I'm telling you I'm going to make the necessary corrections so that together we can move forward in a positive manner? Let me read some of these comments. Let me go back and read some of these comments. So, Kelly, hey, Kylie Spencer says, I communicate with TLC because don't ever want to ruin our mojo. I got you. And Tracy said that's very rare. That is very rare. Don said, correct. Jessica said, good evening. Hey, Jessica. I can if it's a solution. Oh, take it in. And okay, she said if it's solution based, she can take it in. I got you. My man Chauncey say, Just be real about everything. Honesty is the most important thing. Once you get caught in a lie, everything else, yeah, you have to say it's suspect. I agree. Tara says, I swear I should have been a man because I'm the opposite of what men say women are. Chris Reedy said, it's the delivery for me. Tracy said, to all the women who are overlooking what Red Raider is saying and copying attitudes, he's who y'all talking about. Hey, Tracy said that, I didn't. Tanisha says, I disagree. Here we go. I disagree. Men often become defensive. No, we don't. When they are wrong as well. I mean, okay. I'm gonna come back to that. My man B. Clay, what's up, Byron? My man B. Clay say, effective communication is speaking with clarity and listening with the intent to understand the other's view. Yes, brother. That's what I just said before. Yes, you're absolutely correct. Felicia Williams said, this is when your listening skills came into action. We must listen to each other without getting excited. Then we proceed to effectively communicate. You're right. Professor Kevin with the, shut up, Tracy. There go Coach Tanya. Coach Tanya said, that's Bullet Child, that's Tanya Moore. The fastest woman in the history of Sterling track. Okay, Tanya Moore said, most of the time, people are in chromatic. Okay, I see you with the $5 word. Relationships and don't realize it. Yeah, okay. Is that like toxic? Chris Reedy said, first off, I've ran into a lot of men that definitely listen to respond instead of listening to understand. Now that shit pisses me off. Then I shut down and get an attitude. See what I mean? Exactly, bro. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Yeah, I agree with that. Big Ben say, sorry to hear that you ran across a lot of the wrong ones. Tanisha says, it has been my experience. I can only speak. Okay, now, Miss Tanisha, I don't know how old you are, but I know how old Chris Reedy is. And here's where the confusion comes into play. Because being younger women, I'm sure you younger women have ran across a bunch of sheep in wolf's clothing. And what I mean by that is you got a little boy dressed up like a grown man. So what happens a lot of time when y'all dealing with these little boys, because they're in grown man skin, y'all take them for who y'all want them to be and not what they are. I'm going to say that again. Because y'all are younger women, and I know, Chris, you in your mid 30s now, or you in the 30s now, y'all take these little boys that are dressed in a man's skin and y'all expect to hear grown man shit out of their mouth, and they can't produce a grown man's mindset in their 20s and 30s, sometimes deep into the 30s, a lack of maturity. Oh, you far there, Tanisha. You shouldn't be dealing with that then, mama. Damn, Chris, you 39? Oh, my God. So for me, I'm 54. For me, I'm 54. So I'm saying, for me, I want to effectively communicate with the female who I'm dealing with in the moment, because I don't want no drama. I want peace from the time I wake up in the morning till the time I lay down at night to go to sleep. Now, is that a realistic world? Yes, for me it is. And here's why I say for me, having peace from the time I wake up to the time I lay down is realistic is because Kevin Walker, I'm not going to bring no drama. I'm never going to question you about where you've been, what you had going on, why I haven't heard from you all day, why you didn't do this, why you didn't do that, because I can take care of myself. Do I want to have to always take care of myself? No. I just want peace. I want to love on you and I want you to love on me. And if that means that there has to be conflict in order for the love to take place, then I don't want the love. I'm just being real. I'm just keeping it as real as I can. If love comes with conflict, keep your love. I don't want it. I don't want your love if attached to your love is always a toxic ass issue. Now, what supersedes the love being toxic is the sex starts to overwhelm somebody, male or female. I know some bad bitches, some super duper bad bitches. They got their bodies together. They work out all the time. They got their finances together. They money on point, but they mental midgets because they're not grown as a female past the bullshit. See, I'm a very frugal male. I'm a very frugal male when it comes to my finances. Now, when I'm dealing with a woman, when I'm dating somebody and I'm loving on somebody, hey, I could care less where you spend, what you spend, and how much you spend because I'm loving on you in that manner. But I know some females personally, and I'm being honest. I know some females personally who got the body, who got the money, but don't have the mind. And so when the man starts treating you accordingly, you can't handle it. Because when y'all met, follow me, ladies, tell me if I'm lying. When y'all met, you came into the situation saying, I don't want a relationship. I just want to hang out. If we want to go eat or go to the movies or, go sit on a patio somewhere and smoke a cigar and do us, then let's just do that. Then you get the dick or you get a situation that you're comfortable with sexually and everything changes. But your message outweighs your actions because you told me as a man you didn't want the relationship. I just want to be friends. You don't want a relationship. So when a man give you what you're asking for, but now y'all have started sleeping together, so now the situation is clouded, the view is distorted because sex has confused the mindset. What's them things called? Endorphins have been released in the air. So you can't think or see straight no more. Now you mad. Baby, you told me you didn't want no relationship. You told me you didn't want it. Now, Chris, I'm talking to both sides. I'm not saying that's just women. I'm saying that's men too. When a man come in saying he don't want this, and yeah, I'm talking about the man too. Let me go back and read some of these comments, y'all. Let me get off my soapbox. Let me read some of y'all comments. Thank y'all for watching, by the way. Hey, look, let me tell y'all this. Let me say this again. May 31st, that's a Wednesday night. I'm doing a live show. I want all y'all to come out because it's going to be interactive. All y'all are going to be a part of it. They're going to have cameras set up, a stage set up. It's going to be at Vive Lounge. That's 12805 Cullen Boulevard. It's going to be a live stage. It's going to be cameras. It's going to be a full-blown production. I want all y'all to come out and take part in it. It's going to be my first live podcast. They've been trying to get me to do this for a long time, to do a live show, and I've been saying no, no, no. I finally said yes to my girl Anissa Jackson Perkins, however you want to, the owner over at Vibes Lounge. I finally said yes to her. So we're going to do it. So let me read some of these comments. Oh, y'all been coming. Chris Reedy says, because if I say I don't want a relationship, I'm going to stick to it. And if the man starts getting in his feelings, I dip out. And she chunked the deuce, so I'm chunking the deuce. She'd say she dipped swiftly. Craig Walker says, oh, hell yeah. Some men are worse than, yeah, no, they are. Some men are worse. I totally agree with that. That's why I told her, I'm not just saying this to women. I'm saying men have the same problem as well. What's up, Miss Tracy? Tracy said, uh-oh, my phone fell. Bam, I'm right here, though. Hold on. I got a new phone, y'all, so, you know how they go. You know how they go when you're brand new. Hold on. Yeah, so, yeah, Chris, I put your comment up. So, Tracy says, some men love to have little dicks too with little minds. I don't know about nobody's dick size, Tracy. I can't comment on that, Mom. I'm sorry. My man T. Gibson, it's a different Tracy. It's not the Dick Tracy. Dick Tracy is Crooks Cast. It's a different Tracy. Tracy Gibson, my man Trey says, it's hard for a woman or a man to be friends after she just done got piped and he got the twat. Twat, boy, I ain't heard a nigga say twat in 30 years. That boy said he got the twat. LaTanya Rice said, you certainly have to be clear on your expectations. No, you really do. You got to be clear on your expectations because, hey, people going to hold you accountable for your words. Chauncey said, bro, I'm looking forward to the conversation this Sunday. Yeah, Sunday, my man Chauncey having a breakfast with buddies. A lot of Sterling folks or what have you going to be in the mix in the house. Chris Reedy said, no, Kevin, yeah, I read that already. So let me get to my, okay, let me read Miss Pam's comment. Miss Pam, how you doing, sweetie? Pam says, I was in a situation like that. I wanted the relationship, but he wanted to just be friends. Friends with benefits, of course. So I walked. He's still trying to get back with me, but I ain't changed my mindset. Now, didn't I read that just like you was thinking it? My man Tracy Gibson says, malehood, boyhood, manhood, femalehood, girlhood, womanhood. Which hood y'all in? Shit, I'm in some grown manhood shit. So look, my last topic for the night, guys, is what will your obituary say? You know, I came up with that and I thought about that because, man, I can't speak to or speak for or speak about anybody else, but other than myself, I know my man Chauncey on here. We've lost a couple of people that we've been friends with since we were knee high to a bullfrog. That's little bitty kids. My man Aaron Gray, Gary Monroe. Like I've known Gary Monroe way before he considered himself a 5-star general. Yeah, so they've gone on over the past few days. What will your obituary say? Well, here's what Kevin Walker would like for his obituary to say. And before I read that, I'm gonna read Chris's comment. Chris said 9 times out of 10, people try to play hard by acting as though they don't want love. So they say, like, I just want to be friends. And then when the opposite adapts to what was said, that, yeah, here we go, then boom, it becomes hard to keep the same energy. When, hold on, the screen be jumping when people posting stuff. When people keep commenting, the screen keep moving, y'all. That's why I'm not completing the read. Then boom, it becomes hard to keep the same energy when now your heart is showing different. In reality, we all want love. Hey, look, I'll make that clear. I want the love. I just don't want the drama. So I would absolutely agree that, yeah, we do all want love, but we all don't want drama. I just want to be peaceful. I just want to be, look, I'm 54. At 24 and 34, I probably would tell you I would love to fuck 1,000 different women. I probably would have said that at 24 and 34. At 54, now I'm saying I want to fuck one woman 1,000 times. Like, I don't want to deal with a different woman every day. First off, y'all too damn fickle. So that means if I'm dealing with a different woman, I got to learn all her different bullshit tendencies, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Give me one that I can learn and knock her off every day. So women, ask yourself this question. Ask yourself this question and be honest with yourself, because here go a problem I have with some women. And I'm gonna be open and honest. Here go a problem I have with some women. As a man, when I walk into a room, I don't want to walk into a room and 10 niggas in that room I just walked into, then fuck my gal that I just walked in with. That's a problem for me. I'm just being real. I'm just being honest. Do you have something special? If you walk in a room at a party and 10 niggas and ran through your gal, do you have something special? Or do you want to walk in a room with a woman? Nobody got a clean slate. Ain't none of us perfect. I get that. None of us perfect. But god damn, do I have to share you with all the salt part? The coldest part about it, at the end of the day, look, you don't have to feed your dude no bullshit about how innocent or how nothing you've been. Just be honest. Just be honest. One question I never asked, and I've had women ask me, am I the best you ever had in bed? Whoever gave you the best head? Girl, don't be asking me no damn questions like that. Don't be asking me that. Because 9 times out of 10, your ass ain't the answer. So do you really want to know the answer to that question if your name ain't the answer? So that girl you slept with that you said, so this, because let me tell you something. And fellas, y'all know, once you answer the question about what's the best coochie you ever had, and the next question, maybe not right then, but the next question that will be asked very soon at dinner or somewhere, who is she? What's her name? What'd she do that was so special? Hey, let me tell you something. Everybody like what they like. What may be nasty as a motherfucker to me may be the shit for another man. Because what one won't do, another one will. And I'm not saying it make you a bad person because you won't. I'm not saying it make you a bad person because you will. I'm just saying we all have sexual fetishes and fantasies, that we want fulfilled on a regular. Hey, sex is what sex is. Sex is about one thing. Sex ain't about love, because everybody you've ever laid down with, you don't love. You don't love everybody you've ever screwed. Now, you may have grew to love them, but from the very first time normally you had sex with somebody, you didn't love them. Nah. Sex is about a feeling. Sex is about make me feel good. Why do women want their coochie ate? Because they want to feel a certain way. Why do men want to receive head? Because we want to feel a certain way. And it's solidly about a feeling. So if you take the emotional connection, if you take the emotional connection out of sex, take the emotion out of it, sex is about a feeling. So somebody asked me and said, Kev, man, you ever had a threesome? Yeah, I've had a foursome with 3 women. I dated a girl, and I'm just talking about me. I dated a girl who loved interaction with other women. I never took her on a date. I never took her out to eat. Well, I'm not going to say I never took her out to eat. Sometimes we would end up at the same place and I would buy her food, but we never set ourselves out to go on a date. But we enjoyed our sex life with each other. Like, we had fun. Wasn't no emotion. It wasn't no after shit happened. Why was you doing this? Why was you going so hard? Why was you? Wasn't what it was about. It was about having fun in the moment. Shut up, Nikki. So yeah. So all right. Let me get to my last topic. Y'all done got me out caught out because somebody came in with some bullshit and I had to respond to it. So let's shut up, Tracy. Shit. So what will your obituary say? Let me get back to the obituary. What will your obituary say about you? Tell me or type on here 3 things, honestly. Type on here 3 things right now. Be brief. You ain't got to put no 50-word paragraphs. What would you like for your obituary to say about you? The one thing for sure that my obituary will say is this man loved his kids. This man loved his kids. I've often said right here on this podcast, the worst day of my life was when I lost my daughter. Worst day of my life by far. Nothing compares. Not only will my obituary say this man loved his kids, it will also say this man cared about all kids. I've never been a hater. I've never been a gentleman or a man to not want to see other people's kids find success. And I think because of me being that type of guy, this type of person, I think God has blessed me accordingly. I don't hate on nobody. Another man, especially not a damn child. I want to see them all have success. The third thing that my obituary will say, Kevin Walker meant what he said and said what he meant. Now, everybody can't handle that. These youngsters damn sure can't handle that. Because when you don't agree with them and they fucked up philosophies, these young kids now say, number one, you either hating, man, why are you hating? Brother, I'm not hating, I just don't agree. So because I don't agree, I'm a hater? The other thing they say, when you have a philosophy about something that doesn't line up with theirs, and at 54, I damn sure hope my philosophy don't line up with a 24-year-old, or I need to educate my thinking. They say now, you're weird. You're being weird. No, I'm not being weird, nor am I hating. I have my own mind God has blessed me with. And I've always been the type of dude that's going to express how I feel. Now, I never set out to say things to hurt people. But sometimes, let's be real, sometimes honesty is the best policy. It is what it is. Hey, that's my hour. My time is up. Let me hit a few of these comments before I jump off of here. Let me read what y'all want. Chris Reed is saying, hell, bitch, we're going to say she a player. Is that what you said, Chris? So, Latonya Rice says, I think my obituary, don't say you think, Latonya, because what you can do is at your own funeral and plan your own funeral right now while you're still alive. Get y'all some life insurance so people ain't doing no GoFundMe's for $20,000, for $25,000, for $30,000. Get you some life insurance so ain't no GoFundMe out there where somebody trying to make a profit off you dying. Okay, I'm gonna read this. It says, I think my obituary will include that I stood up for underprivileged and loved on people in spite of. That's cool. Chauncey says, here lies a man who cared for everyone. Great father, great friend, God's gift to women. Oh, you saying Chauncey a player. I got you. Tracy Gibson says, man of God, I got you, husband and friend. Jessica says, people person, love to travel, very outgoing, and love my family, enjoy going to the casino. Cool. Done deal done says, faith, father, friend. Yes, brother. Craig Walker says, he was a good guy, a good father, and he was a provider. There you go. Pamela Crouch says, a mother to all, and not just her biological kids. And what you see is what you get. Person who walked the walk and talked the talk. Jessica says, and love the dancing party. Gotta add that, huh, Jess? Tracy says, mine would say she loved her family, yeah, and was genuine. Felicia says she loved her family, her church family, and friends. She never met a stranger. That's cool. Big Ben would say, oh, wait a minute, who you said in fish dinners? What the hell he talking about? So Cynthia, who is Big Ben mama, said, love my family, also kept the faith. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Hey, let me say this again, guys. May 31st, I want everybody, I promise, in the building. I'm going to support you if you come out and support me. I promise I am. Even if you don't support me, I ain't tripping. I'm going to still try to support you if I can. I'm going to try to be there for you. Anybody who know me, I always know if Kevin can do it, Kevin going to make it happen on some real shit. May 31st, a Wednesday night, just like tonight, be starting at 8 p.m., man. Come out to Vibe Lounge. You ain't got to drink no alcohol. You can buy you a bunch of bottles of water. I'll buy all your water. You ain't got to buy no water to drink. I'm going to have bottles of water ready for you to consume if you ain't no alcohol drinker. You ain't got to drink nothing. It's a lounge. It's not a nightclub. It is a lounge. It's a place where you can have private parties. I had my mom's repast there because it's not a nightclub. It is a lounge. So come out May 31st, Wednesday, May 31st, 8 p.m., Vibes Lounge. That's 12805 Cullen Boulevard. 12805 Cullen Boulevard. Be there for 8 o'clock. Be there for the show. It's going to be very interactive. You can jump up, grab the mic, can do things. Hey, look, thank y'all on behalf of what he said with Kevin Walker, my man, his wife, Penny Thompson. Look them up. They on all social media platforms. I can't remember what the name of anybody on here remember what they said the name of their company was, man? I would like to show them some love, give them a shout out. But first 10 people that say, I love what he said with Kevin Walker, drink on me. There you go, Chauncey. There y'all go. There y'all go. The first 10 people that say, I love what he said with Kevin Walker, drinks on Chauncey. First 10 people. Come on, y'all. Y'all can't beat that. That man said he going to buy 10 drinks if y'all walk up to him and say, hey, I love what he said with Kevin Walker. Come on now. Because I said I was doing that last night. Chauncey said, hey, I love what he said about Chauncey drink too. I kept my word. Hey, peace out. I got to go. I love y'all. Stay good. Stay hood. Peaceful hood. Peace.